In this video, I'm going to be bringing you the best guide for the Casimir Mechanism Easter egg on the Black Ops 1 and 3 Zombies map, Ascension. This Easter egg can only be completed with 4 players in the game unless you're on PC and have mods that enable the Easter egg for less than 4 players. The only Gobblegum I would recommend running is Immolation Liquidation because at least one player is going to have the Gersh device and everyone is going to need a wonder weapon. For Perk-a-Colas, you're really only going to need Double Tap 2.0, which can be acquired from the Wonder Fizz, and Speed Cola, which can be bought up above the power room. The first step, much like every other Easter egg in Call of Duty Zombies, is going to be to turn on the power. Next, you're going to have to use all 3 lunar landers around the map and open up the Pack-a-Punch. The first lander is located right next to PhD or Widow's Wine, depending upon which game you're on. The second is located above the power right behind Speed Cola, and the last lander location is by the lander repair area behind Stamina Up. Once you've ridden all 3 landers, go back to where you turn on the power and there will be a button you can press to launch the rocket and open Pack-a-Punch. For this next step, you're going to need to have the Gersh device, so now would be a great time to use some of your Immolation Liquidations if you don't already have it. Once you have the Gersh though, head over to the bottom of the lunar lander pad that's next to Widow's Wine. Outside of the map there will be a giant generator that you'll need to throw your Gersh device at. If you got it close enough, the Gersh device will suck up the generator and you can be on to the next step. Make your way over to the junkyard / lander repair area, and at the bottom of the steps to this barrier you'll notice a computer. Walk up to the computer and interact with it to contact the Illuminati. Play through a few rounds because the next step can only be completed during a monkey round. There will be 4 different buttons that spawn on the walls when the monkey round starts. Each of the 4 players in the game will have to press a button at the same time to complete the step. The buttons can be found next to the Stamina Up machine, next to the Widow's Wine / PhD machine, right behind the Juggernog machine, and to the right of the Speed Cola machine. If you and your team have successfully hit the buttons at the same time, they will disappear into the wall and you can move on to the next step. Your entire team will now need to move to the bottom of the Pack-a-Punch area underneath of the rocket. All 4 players in the game will have to stand inside of the metal grate circle at the bottom of the rocket launch area for 60 seconds. You can keep track of time by looking at the clock that's on the wall directly next to you. If a player jumps out of the metal ring, you'll have to start over. Once the time is complete, a nuke will go off and you can move on to the second to last step. 4 letters in the sky will have spawned, and you'll have to have at least one player on the landers fly over them to spell out the word Luna. To make it easier, I'll tell you guys which landers you have to call in order to spell out Luna. Remember to make sure that one player is in the lander when you do this. Call the lander from the spawn room over to the Stamina Up area. Then go back to spawn and call it back. Call it over to the Speed Cola area, and then finally call it to the Stamina Up area again directly from the Speed Cola area. Once you've gone over the 4th letter to spell Luna, you will hear another audio cue and be on to the last step. For the final step, everyone is going to need some sort of a wonder weapon. One player will need the Gersh device, and one player should have the Matryoshka dolls. Everyone should have Double Tap 2.0, as well as whoever has the Thunder Gun should pick up Speed Cola. Throw a Gersh device at this little white orb that's at the entrance from Stamina Up into the lunar lander area. As soon as the Gersh goes off, throw the Matryoshka dolls down and spam your wonder weapons at the orb. Continue to do so until the Gersh device is over and the white orb begins to float up into the sky. You've now completed the Casimir Mechanism Easter egg, and every player will be rewarded with a 90-second death machine, as well as all the perks if you're playing on Black Ops 3. I hope you enjoyed this Easter egg guide, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more easy to understand Call of Duty Easter egg guides.